Hey there, it's Raven Scry. Today I'm going to be checking in to the crypto space to do our monthly read. I've been doing this for quite a few months now, and just checking in every month to see whatever it is that Spirit has to show about the crypto market and I guess its movements and anything else that comes into that. So far, they've been, to me, quite interesting the way that things have been shown, and different pockets of the month have been shown with different information. So I know that this September has come up a lot in a lot of the crypto readings that I've done as a very significant month. So, there has been some pretty big vibes that's been seen in many of the readings for September. So I'll be interested to see what comes through around that, and whether that's going to play out the way it's shown. So I'm just going to jump straight into the reading. I'm going to open up to Spirit and ask that they bring through anything that they wish to share around the month of September, this September, for crypto, for the crypto space. Okay. All right, so they're showing me an area which feels to me like it's where we are currently. And it feels as though it's the energy of where the market's sitting and the movements of Bitcoin are. It's somewhat, within a range, and it's sitting in a particular place. I want to say, though, there is some sort of compression here. I'm feeling like as I can connect to it more, it's like my heart is feeling restricted. I'm feeling like I'm being compressed as these movements are going on. Okay, so now it's interesting because now they're showing me, this feeling of compression and this movement that is very compressed. And I want to say that the feeling is like I can't see outside of it. There's nothing else coming, and I feel as though that's the nature of the energy. It's like very much can't see outside of the range that we're in at this time. So what's taking place now is there is a big bird that is appearing above the markets here. And it's like doing circles. It's like, I don't know what sort of bird this is, but it's like doing the eagles, fly around in circles. It's doing that, and it's doing these big circles. And I want to say it's like there's many circles that they're showing me. There's one, and then it's overlapping with another one. And I want to say it's also making some sort of a shape. And in saying a shape, it's like all the shapes combined together are making a pattern, is the way that it's appearing. Now, I want to say, too, it's reminding me of the patterns of the sacred flower of life, and the way that all these circles interlock and intertwine. And it's like they're showing me this patterning above the space. It's like some sort of a grid in the way that it's being shown here. But I want to say it feels very separate to this other part that they show me. They show me this, this compression and this squashed movement. It's like I feel like I can't move. If it's like I'm confined and I'm being compressed. There's not a lot of air here. But then on the other hand, they show this other scene of what's going on above here with this patterning. Now, asking Spirit, because it feels very open at this moment, and they're not giving me a lot here, but asking Spirit for more confirmation of how the crypto space is doing in September, and the movements of the crypto space. They're talking about an arc coming, but it's like a grand arc. And it's interesting because as they say arc, it's like I'm being shown a bridge. It's like they're showing me this bridge, and this bridge is, going over something, but it's like, and the way that it feels, it's like it's stone. It's a stone bridge. They talk of this arc and they show me this bridge, and I can hear like horses crossing it. I can hear horses, like their hooves, or not their hooves. What are their feet called? Are they hooves? Anyway, that doesn't matter really. We'll just continue on. Their feet crossing. And I want to say too, they're showing me like images of olden days and like people that would ride on horses. And I feel as though this could be connected within an era that they're referring to here, travelling on horseback, but through these kind of, on this bridge, but it feels like this cobble kind of bridge with stones. Okay. Just allowing this to breathe, just stepping back from this for a little bit, asking for clarity on what's coming in September. Talking about moving slowly at first and then quickly, slowly and then more quickly. They show me this kind of, these elements of the market, but it's somewhat slow, and then it hits a point and there's this quicker momentum, quicker movement that takes place. They're talking about financial corruption and like there is something trying to hold the market down, is the way that I'm hearing it. It's like someone's trying to, something, just the overall energy is trying to compress this market, hold it down. And it's reminding me very much of this start of the reading where everything is compressed, but they bring me back to that feeling. It's like someone's holding it down, pushing it down, and it's like I feel like I can't move out of this range. This movement is just like, I feel like I'm being more and more and more compressed. But then I feel like there is, I'm saying boom, suddenly something starts moving. It feels quite activated when it does, but I want to say, it doesn't feel like you could see it coming. It feels like, I can't move. It's like, very restricted in the way that it feels. So show me a little bit more about when this change happens from this compression spirit. They're talking about it picking up speed quickly. They show me this movement of, okay, it picks up speed, but then it's doing this sideways thing again. I'm hearing here, surrender your bags. It's as if there's been some sort of a breakout. It feels like there's movement here. It's like moving up, but then there's this sideways thing that's coming in. And I hear surrender your bags. A little bit more around that spirit. They're talking about drops and further drops. After this, it's like something, there's movement up here. It feels like there's this propelled movement up, but then there's this sort of dropping element that's coming in here. And I want to say it feels like, woo, like it falls down. So it's as if, it's, the feeling is that there's movement. Yes, things are moving, boom, boom, boom. Okay, because we have this compression, and then we have this, this element that it gets to within the restriction. Then there's this push, and then there's this, sideways thing going on again. and then I feel like it doesn't feel very good here. Within the way that the movement is, it's like it's pulling me down. Now, I want to say I almost feel like that we may be moving further into another month here. Possibly not necessarily, but it feels like we're toward the end here. And just to be mindful of what's coming here. It's like we're not really out of the woods yet. Within some of this stagnation, some of this intense kind of movement is the way that it's being shown at this time. So I'm just going to ask Spirit now if they have anything more to add to what's being shown around the crypto space in September, and what can be shared or shown with you guys. They're talking about financial corruption here. And the word that is coming in also is bleed. There is some sort of leaking energy as well that I'm feeling around this. Anything else, Spirit? Now, I'm just going to ask them too, when it comes to, there has been so many readings around September and the movements of September. There's been a lot of wild movements that have been shown in previous readings. Several months ago, there's been many readings that show September as this kind of wild time. Then they show like a fire hydrant that has got water all kind of spurting out the top. It's like this kind of intense, explosive energy. Now, I just ask with that, Spirit, is that, going to play out this month? I feel as though there still is, they still take me to that this month, and I feel as though there's many energies going on in this, but it's connecting me to this movement. It's like when I was saying there is this compressed energy that they show me at the start, then it gets to this point where you feel like it can't compress anymore, or you can't see outside of this particular energy, and then boom, it starts to move. Now I feel like this is what perhaps they're referencing. There is some sort of intense movement here that happens, but within saying that, there still is some limitation here, because we're going to kind of move up, but there feels like there's still something trying to pull it down, so it may not stay up to where it's jumping up to. There may be some kind of other thing that's taking place, but I want to say, I feel like it is possibly extending out into the next month, the way these movements are taking place. So, it feels like it is still in play, but they show me the element of conservative, the element of, yes, movement, but it's not going to necessarily stay up there for long. So if you do see, things start to really move, just be mindful. It's a delicate dance at this time within what they're showing me here. But what also comes to mind is, this big gliding eagle-type bird that is creating this grid. It's like, it feels like there is more here. And I want to say they're not giving me a lot more around what this is about, what this bird is doing. But it feels like there's some sort of element of hope, of excitement. And, that wouldn't surprise me if they kind of bring this in at a later stage, but I guess we'll see there. So within saying all of that, I feel as though I'm going to leave it there with everything that's come through. I feel as though it's an interesting month. On some level, the energy is very much not really easy to read and not very direct in the way they show the information to me. And often that's meaning, the energy just isn't that easy that we're moving into. And it does feel like it's swinging on some level, it's extremes. There's not easy transition going on between the extremes of the energy. So it almost feels like I'm stuck in one energy and then it moves into another one and I'm kind of stuck in that one. There's not an easy glide and an easy transition going on within the way the energies feel. So they feel quite different and quite extreme. Okay, so I'm going to head over to Patreon and I'm going to dig a little bit deeper, do an extended reading of this to see if there's more insight that will come through. So feel free to join me over there. If not, I hope that you enjoyed the reading and I will see you again soon. Raven Scry signing off.